Drake, how you feeling?
I feel wonderful. It feels good to be back and just to play again, be on the field, moving around.
Do you feel confident?
How's your ankle feel?
It feels well. I'm a little kinkles here and there, but I mean, nothing I can't fight through.
You feel confident you'll be able to play this weekend?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yes, sir. I cannot miss another game.
How much do you think you would be able to play?
All the snaps, just like normal.
Yeah. Okay.
Been tough missing these past few games?
Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Being away from the team is kind of weird. Not playing, watching them on TV, it's not me. I'd rather be on the field with my boys, my family.
What exactly happened? You got held right?
Just like a freak accident, you know. I was double taped, and it just happened. I mean, we're coming off a good pass rush, it just happened.
I know this was a school that was a major contender for you, in terms of recruiting. What do you remember from that day and that process when you were ultimately choosing between USC and Arizona State?
That day was a bad. It wasn't a bad day, I wouldn't say, but it was kind of like a bad day because I didn't make my decision probably 15 minutes before I signed, and just leading up to it was just like nerve-wracking. I couldn't really think about anything, just about really committing. That's all I could think of. I had a test that day, couldn't even think about the test. It was all about committing that day.
Could you sleep much the night before?
Oh man, I definitely slept a little bit, thinking about it. You know, me and my dad talked about it. Whole family talked about it. So.
What was the toughest part about it?
Probably the toughest part about my recruiting.
About making that decision.
I feel like it was just making a choice. Like, I'm really going to college. I don't know what is gonna come out of it. So I just want to make the right decision because I'm gonna be here for 4 years of my life, and I want to make the right decision.
So you put a lot of pressure on yourself,
yes, sir.
Kind of to get that right.
Yes, sir.
How much have you reflected on it this season? Kind of thought back to that moment.
Sometimes I do go back and I'm like, wow, I really had two choices. Like it's just a no-brainer. I would commit it like way earlier now that I know what's really going on around here. So.
Is it weird going back there to play this week?
No, not at all. You know, I'm ready to get after it.
In that moment when you were deciding and kind of leading up to the TV announcement, what was maybe like the one thing that was pulling you toward USC and the one thing pulling you to ASU?
ASU, I really like how they go about their football. You know, it's like an NFL type thing. You know, I want to go to NFL obviously, so I just want to go to a program that's going to get me there. And SC, it's kind of just like my high school. You got to earn everything, and you have to pretty much. They're going to put you in, and they're going to let you see what you can do. So I mean, I really like it here. I really couldn't see myself anywhere else now.
Yeah.
So.
Did you flip back and forth that day?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Many of times. If y'all really knew the behind story of everything that I did that day, it was pretty bad.
So in a different world, like something minor happens, you might have been in Tempe right now.
Yeah, like anything could have happened. Like
yeah.
That day, anything could happen, and it just happened to fall USC, and I'm happy I made the decision.
How many minutes before you actually went on TV and picked the USC hat did you decide USC?
Well, really, what we did was we had two versions of me.
You recorded two?
Yeah, we recorded two because I didn't know. So when I went to go pick, I just hit up the who was it? Adam Gormy, I think, or
yeah, Adam Gormy.
Yeah, I think Adam Gormy. I hit him up. I said, I see, I'm pulling triggers. Let's go.
Yeah.
Put it on.
So I guess how late into the game was that you actually did pick?
I would say probably 2. I don't know when we signed, but probably 2. It was like right after school.
Yeah.
Just took my last final.
Yeah.
So was it final to you though, and even before you told Adam Gorney, or was that kind of the moment where you're like, okay, I can't change my mind again?
I told him SC, and then I didn't like.
You weren't even sure then?
I wasn't sure, and then I sat down and like I thought about it. I thought everything, thought of my life, thought how it would be. I just pulled it. Like I know it's gonna be the right choice.
It didn't actually air on TV, did it?
It didn't air on TV, but they did post it on Twitter later, because I think I missed it. I missed the time.
You're kind of entering that final stretch of your freshman season. Generally, how do you feel like things have gone so far? Obviously, you missed the last couple games with injury, but how do you feel generally about this season?
I feel like everything's going well, but I know I can get better. And I missed a couple sacks. I know I can get those. I feel like if I would have capitalized on those sacks, I'd be a lot better than where I am today. But other than that,
Yeah.
Everything's turned out perfectly. I just give it to God and my family for staying behind my back.
Happy you stuck with the
Yes.
USC
Yes,
decision.
sir.
Cool, man. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
So how do you end up doing on the finals? Do you remember?
I think I got a B on the final.
So will you take that? Is that a good?
Yeah, I think it's a good thing. Ending up, that was a good day.
Okay.